The Dogcast TV Guide is a series created in collaboration with Dogcast TV and the Dog Breed Guide to help you get practical advice and help if you are novice dog owners, but it can also provide many useful information for the more experienced owners as well. It is important to emphasize that the themes are not strictly built on each other. We do not consider it necessary to rank them, as we believe that they are all nearly equal and form a system as a whole. In Part 2, we will cover the topic of dog socialization, and that why is it important to socialize your dog. In various canine materials, you constantly find yourself confronted with the concept of socialization as one of the most important things about dogs. But what is socialization? What does it mean exactly? What do we mean by that? We'll talk about this in this section, mainly because, if your dog only acquires this one knowledge, then he will have a much more problem-free life. During socialization, we introduce the dog to strangers and animals, or even show the dog objects that our dog may encounter later in life. In a sense, it is also socialization if we go down with our dog to the subway, or just if we lead the dog to a flock of sheep. In addition to cognition, socialization also has the goal of neutralization. For example, if we lead our dog near a busy road, while he tries to tear the leash and barks insanely from the frightening sight of passing vehicles. This is not yet socialization, and this dog is not socialized. What to socialize your dog with? For any basic situations you may encounter in his adulthood. Think of simple things that are trivial for us. An inexperienced puppy can easily get a freaky from seeing and experiencing a smaller or larger group of people moving towards him. And at a tram or bus stop, it can be an everyday experience. We may also meet children during walking our dog, who often want to pet him in noisy groups. It can be scary for an inexperienced young dog who may want to escape or pinch one of them. The more different and more colorful situations we introduce the puppy to, the more likely he is to become a balanced, confident dog in his adulthood. When to socialize your dog? It is worth starting socialization at the youngest possible age. Most mentally healthy puppies are open and curious, providing an excellent base and open for learning about their environment. It is very important to follow the principle of gradualism, similar to the way one goes into the cold water on a beach. For example, don't take the puppy for a walk for the first few times, which in itself can be an excellent socialization practice, right into the middle of the downtown, into the hustle and bustle of vehicles on a crowded street. Even in these cases, a well-balanced and mentally healthy puppy with a good nervous system has a good chance to stay relaxed, but one with a less stable nervous system can become insecure. Of course, it is also possible to socialize dogs at an older age, but its effectiveness is not necessarily as good as in puppyhood. An adult animal may already have fears that may take more time to process and overcome, and their success is not guaranteed. How to socialize your dog? We do our best when we simply let the dog get to know and process the new experience in a new situation, while we support him with our calm and patient behavior. No dogs are born to be Rambos. It is absolutely okay if a puppy is a little insecure in a new situation. In such a case, some encouragements are allowed, but it can never go into childish petting. The biggest mistake is to start comforting a precarious and nervous dog, whether he is a puppy or an adult like a child. Not only do we not instill courage with this behavior, but in the dog's interpretation, we are convincing him that he is quite rightly afraid of that certain something, in quotes, certain thing. For all this, it is very important to recognize the signs that indicate the insecurity of the dog. The movement of the insecure dog slows down, becomes cautious, or possibly stops and halts. He watches intently at first, then lowers or retracts his ears and tail. He keeps his eyes on the alarming phenomenon, and then he looks away and licks his mouth. When his insecurity increases, he starts yawning and then panting excitedly. In extreme cases, panting may progress to wheezing, combined with heavy slobbering. This is already a sign of a stressful condition that can even escalate into panic. In a case like this, you should get out of the situation as soon as possible, but not as an escape route, or in panic, and try again under simpler conditions after a short rest. As indicated at the beginning, socialization serves not only cognition, but also neutralization. Therefore, only level up if your dog already feels secure in that situation. It's okay if he is interested, but he can't be nervous in any way. Short summary. In most cases, dogs get used to their environments relatively easily and quickly, handling situations and stimuli without particular difficulties. However, there are a few basic rules to follow. Try to get your dog used to many different situations as early age as it is possible. Move from simpler situations to more difficult ones. Move to the next level only if a situation becomes routine. Observe the dog and recognize signs of insecurity in time. Never overly pet a frightened dog. Control yourself, be calm and confident at all times. And at the end, the more subscribers we have, the better and more content we can continue making. So, subscribe and share this video. Thank you for your help.